Hey everybody, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today we're going to the week 17 content update for Icarus, and it's a doozy. I had very little faith going into this one this morning because there was no experimental branch, so I was just expecting almost nothing, honestly. But we got drop time is now based on in-game time, customizable difficulty, new missions, meta items, and bug fix. And when they say meta items, they mean exotics. So let's jump into this thing here. As a studio, we all wanted to work on unique ideas, try new things, and experiment with the games we make. One of the consequences of this is not always getting it right. No comment. Over the past month, we have been making adjustments to the game to correct the aspects we didn't quite get right. This week, we correct what was perhaps one of the most contentious game designs, a real-world drop timer. Mostly the original decision on this was pragmatism, but we're in a place now where we can add more nuance. Thank you for sticking with us and helping us test and adjust this concept. We look forward to continuing this process in our future updates. So the Icarus mission timer system has changed. After a lot of deliberation and player feedback, we've removed the real world timer in favor of a new in-game mission timer. That isn't the only update this week, though. We've also introduced tiered mission difficulties, more temperature balancing, new workshop items, and a new mission to boot. No, this isn't April Fool's. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, in-game mission timer. When we launched it, a defining feature of the game was the real-world timer that counted down as soon as the prospect started, regardless if you were actively playing or not. While our intent was to provide a sense of realism and urgency for players, the real-world timer limit was too restrictive, too much pressure, or an unpleasant surprise. Players who didn't have the time to play throughout the week would often be punished and lose their characters and progress if life intervened. Yeah, that happened quite a lot for some people. We'll say, like, for the more casual players, like, they've got other things to do than just play one single game for an entire week, right? Like, some of these missions can take 10 hours to complete. So for someone who can only put in a couple hours a day with a 7-day timer, that's quite the push for some people. After a lot of deliberation, they swap from the real world to in-game. The timer for the prospect will only count down while the player is on the prospect. If you're doing a prospect with one character, then return to the character select and jump onto a different one. The first character progress time will not progress unless you or a friend is actively on the prospect. Icarus is still very much a time-based game. This doesn't remove that, but should make the challenge fairer. Players will need to judge how long they spend preparing before adventuring out on a mission, or whether they pace themselves or race ahead. Over the next few weeks, we plan to review and shorten some mission lengths, since you no longer need a week or more to complete small missions. In online mode, your prospect's save game will be deleted after 90 days, so that's something you got to remember. We think this gives you more than enough time to complete even the most complex missions. Offline prospects and outposts are stored on your local PC, so are permanent. This is a pretty fundamental change to Icarus's game design. Our design philosophy is that games are played, not made. And trying something new in the genre, learning from what player feedback, and adjusting course is what the game is all about. With this change, all prospects will have their timer refreshed as we convert over to the new system, so your current live missions will get extra time. That's good. I was worried that some might just kind of die. So, next, this one's the pretty interesting one for me, which I like too. Mission difficulty options, because it didn't make sense just to have like random hardcore missions, right? Why not all of them? So now we've got, and you can see here, this is a great little showcasing here. So you can see we've got easy rewards for half the rewards, medium for 1 times, and hard for 1.5 times. So most mission difficulty variations are finally here. We previously introduced insured drops, hardcore variants, and different length missions. Now we're expanding the pool of difficulties to easy, medium, hard, and hardcore. Oh, that one doesn't have hardcore. Oh, hardcore mission right here. More rewards times 1.5. So you have to do hard and hardcore and get it times 3, perhaps? We'll have to test that. We'll do it tonight, maybe. And speaking of tonight, make sure you do stop by the Twitch channel. We're going to be live with more Icarus content at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight, so don't forget to stop on in. So how will it work? Missions range in difficulty with the potential rewards scaling alongside them. Easier missions will reap lower payouts but provide a simpler experience, while hardcore missions will provide a lucrative opportunity but with the extremely difficult challenges, including the most risky of all, no respawning. You always have the option, however, to purchase insurance for any mission, regardless of the difficulty. This will ensure if your timer runs out, your character will be safely returned to the space station. Insurance comes at the cost of 33% of your total purse. That's actually a great update. There was no reason to only have certain missions have insurance, so it was a good way for them to test it. But now you can get your insurance at a small fee. It's kind of like a like a bounty, or not a bounty, but a commission for the teams to come pick you up. It's like they get a 30 or stuff. So some early missions will come with insurance enforced to introduce new players to the game before they venture out into the unknown. For now, the new mission timer will not be influenced by the difficulty level, but is something we look to do in the future. Yeah, that's a great idea. For now, enemy health, damage, speed, perception, player XP, specific creature spawn rates, and number of respawns will all be factors in the difficulties. While we don't have exact recommended player levels for each difficulty, our suggestion is that easiest for players who want to relax and explore. Medium is the base difficulty. Hardest for people who want to challenge. Risk and reward go hand in hand, so play however you wish. Hardcore missions provide the most harrowing experience with 0 respawns available. Your teammates can still revive you, but staying close to one another is more critical than ever, as death does not come with the option of waking up in a cozy bedroll. We'll be actively monitoring these new tiers of balancing. Your feedback is helpful. Yeah, so definitely go into the Discords and talk about this. So here we go. Temperature rebalancing. So I was trying to see if these changed a little bit, but no. Heat. It's a nice picture, actually. For last week's Scorched and Frozen update, we made some pretty fundamental changes to the way we react with temperature sources. As with any big change to the established system, there were some unintended results. Thanks to everyone who worked with us via the Discord to investigate. We said in the week 17 update, our goal for these changes was to put the player more in charge of their character's temperature, and for those changes to have a much more tangible impact, which is great. Temperature was a joke before; it didn't exist. The previous system had several limitations, which called for drastic change in which we handle temperature. What we didn't quite account for in the last was source stacking, which didn't stack up in our early testing. Icarus leans heavily into modifiers and stats, and it can be very easy for things to get out of hand in these situations. A 2% change here, another 5 there. It adds up quick. For 18, we have rebalanced the new system to account for more auxiliary sources. The other major piece of the puzzle that we brought in back, the safe zone modifier from the previous system. You'll be noticing that your armor has resumed making changes to the red and blue on temperature bars, and we've also put in scaling and safety measures to help ensure that characters can't go beyond intended extremes. We found this played it much nicer with the direct changes than that other temperature sources had on the character, and we welcome your feedback. Yeah, definitely keep up in the Discords if you've got comments, concerns, questions, etc. Whether in their Discord, not mine. My Discord, we can talk about it and have fun. Their Discord, let them know what you do and don't like so they can try and fix it. And also, we got some new workshop items. Is that a sickle? Do we see a new sickle here, boys? And a frag grenade? Oh, come on. These things were awful. They better rework the whole thing. The update introduces the Larkwell Martinez brand in the shop. As a long-standing player in the defense industry, they've become known for developing tools and weaponry that hits hard, but tough times and budget cuts means the quality of durability of the gear isn't quite what it once was. You'll find the Larkwell versions of this available now in axe, pickaxe, hammer, sickle, knife, and spear. Keep an eye out for the Larkwell editions in the future. And then we've got another mission, which is amazing. Like with no experimental branch, like I said, I had such little faith into this. I thought I was going to play a different game on Friday night, but apparently we're still streaming Icarus because we got some good stuff to cover here. So preservation stockpile. We'll be playing this mission. So like I said, get over to Twitch and come check us out. The mission this week is set in the canyons, though you'll be venturing all over while you hunt for the stockpile shopping list. You have to get your drying racks out as a full dried meats order is being sent back to the station. Rumor has it that one of the new Larkwell items can assist with the harvesting needs. All right, that sounds pretty good. Man, look at this. Okay, not a lot of down here. Let's check into the detailed changelog because there's going to be some decent stuff to talk about as well. But if you're loving this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button down below. Leave me a comment letting me know what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well to get back here for that sweet Shabby content. So they added the new difficulties, the UI. We got the Larkwell items again: axe, pick, hammer, sickle, knife, and spear. Don't buy the spear. We'll check out the damages tonight in the live stream. We'll check all these out. New mission, Canyon Stockpile number 2. Preservation stockpile, canyon stockpile number 2. Okay. Converted the mission timers. We updated the mission end screen. Ooh, nice. Fix the temperature system. Frost nips. So your nippies get frosty. And heat stroke occur after 5 minutes and cold at a 10% chance every 2 minutes thereafter. While in grace period, players are no longer affected by temperature afflictions. Resistances now shift the safe zones. Oh, good. Added new stats for direction temperature shift via modifiers, both internal and external. Another pass on armor to adjust the new system. Small adjustments to safe zone based definitions of the player. External temp shown on the UI now takes into account wet and water external sources. Fixed a crash that would occur when the player receives a new quest objective. Fixed crash that would occur when terrain gets generated. And added safety check to the D3, D12. Texture as a temporary fix for the DX12 crashes until we get a response from UDN. Also fixed one last crash that could occur when a player hits an object in a cave. That's an interesting one because that's quite often, right? Fixed culling of the ice shader at a distance of the frozen mammoth asset. Fixed grenade ballistic settings so that it doesn't launch upright. Interesting. We'll have to check that out tonight. Fixed memory dependencies caused by sprinkler systems and by the light slot items. Fixed concrete roof corner pieces having stone icons. Fixed the bacon icons, mesh, and fixed 4K textures. Fixed memory dependencies caused by weapons. Yeah, they were getting pretty bad. I thought there was some memory leaks going on. Fixed heat bandages having the same mesh as basic bandages. Fixed the physical material of the stone arrow to be wood and not voxel stone. Okay. I'm not sure why. We'll have to look at that too. Fixed an issue with the player not being able to interact with items dropped in the drop ship. Fixed an issue where aggressive fish would not attack clients. Fixed a bug where fish were attacking hosts but not clients. Revised mesh and textures for metal ingot items. Awesome. We got some nice changes here. We'll have to check them all out. Changed the prospect text from friends to Steam friends only to make things clearer. Added a button to watch the no rescue video on the title screen. Fixed a bug where audio wouldn't play when some creatures were not visible. Fixed an error when some subtitles didn't match Saul's dialogue in the waterfall expedition. That expedition is just always riddled with something, huh? And then fixed the portable beacon icon unable to be seen by clients. I forgot that was a thing, honestly. I completely forgot that was even a thing. Added max retry count to prospect expire request to the back end. All right, so we had some great stuff in there. I hope everyone loves this update. Leave me a comment down below or make sure you come over to the Discord and let me know what you thought about this week's update. Like I said, we'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch. Most likely not YouTube. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we already hit our affiliate status. So if that's the case, I can no longer dual stream to Twitch and YouTube. It can only be Twitch. So do make sure you come check that out. I've got links in the descriptions below. But otherwise, guys, I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.